I've spent a stupid amount of time recreating the worlds and characters of Final Fantasy VII, but now it's time to create a world of my own. So I'd love for you to hop into my airship and come along on the journey with me as I write my debut novel, Surviving Talamh. I grew up on a council estate in statistically the most deprived area in the UK. I was, and still am, a ferociously sensitive kid, so it was pretty tough. When I was growing up, all the kids and the parents in the street used to tell me how strong my dad was, and I always thought I could never really live up to that. I didn't want to fight, I wanted to write, so I always felt weak in comparison. This is where Final Fantasy VII comes in. I can vividly remember my 4-year-old self watching my brother put the white disc with the green meteor on it inside the grey PlayStation 1. Quite poignantly, it felt like a meteor hitting planet PlayStation to create a cosmic shift where nothing would be the same again. Before the game even started, I was hooked. Being a sensitive kid, I was always really in tune with music. So imagine my reaction when I heard the prelude theme for the first time. The emotions only grew from there as I watched the terrifying city of Midgar enter our CRT TV. I was immediately in awe of whatever this was. I sat by my brother's side for weeks, watching him play as a spiky-haired collection of polygons, being absolutely mesmerised by the pre-rendered backgrounds and the beautiful heartfelt music. Of course, being so young, I didn't have a clue what was going on, but my soul definitely got the gist. A few years later, when I was 7 years old, I played the game for myself. I still didn't understand everything, but there was 2 things that I could grasp, and they'd have a massive impact on the rest of my life. The first thing, from an individual point of view, was discovering Cloud Strife's identity along with him. That to me as a young lad was so healing to watch and to play through. Cloud's an extremely cool guy, but underneath all that bravado, he was just like me. Some lad who's not as strong as he feels like he should be. Unable to live up to the unrealistic expectations of a man who appears infinitely more powerful than him. The only difference with me is that that man was my dad. I didn't feel like I could live up to how strong he was and how brave he was when I was a kid. But thankfully for me, my dad's a lovely man and not an unhinged lunatic that wants to destroy the world. But playing as Cloud as he struggled to fit in with the kids of his hometown, failing to properly fulfill his dream of becoming a soldier, and even grappling with the ideologies of people in Avalanche.
You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
Damn straight I do!
Get help.
Was really healing for me. It felt like this character was me, but in a different universe. On a less individual and more societal level, the idea of a live stream really embedded into my brain. The idea that the planet isn't just something that we're all sitting on, but it's a living, breathing thing, absolutely blew my mind. And from a young age, it made me really conscious of nature and how I was interacting with it. All these insects and all these animals are all part of us. It sounds crazy to say, but it really did make me feel at one with everything. You know, I was a 7-year-old kid walking around like a Buddhist, and it made me really conscious of the climate as well. Discovering that those real companies like Shinra bleeding the planet dry infuriated me, and just like Cloud, I wanted to stop them. I do what I can from an individual point of view to try and not cause harm to the planet. But unfortunately, I'm not a Mako-infused ex-soldier with bucket loads of materia at my disposal, so it is quite tough taking on Shinra without all that. But what I can do is what Final Fantasy VII did for me, because art and stories are much more than entertainment. Art is much more than escapism. Art's how we communicate, art's how we connect and express ourselves. It's how we understand each other better, it's how we empathise with people who are different from us, or we feel that are different from us. Art is powerful, and I actually think it's one of the most powerful things we have. And just like that green orb of materia, it can be used for bad and it can be used for good. As the guitarist from My Chemical Romance said, art is a weapon and your imagination is the ammunition. I was 14 years old when I heard some variation of that quote, and I remember the instant I heard it. Funnily enough, I was in art class, and it instantly spawned an idea. What if art literally was a weapon? An image instantly formed into my brain. A weapon that is half guitar, half sword, and when you play it, lightning strikes out of the head. Art being used to battle the evil of the world and fight for freedom. I was obsessed with this idea and I immediately started writing stories, characters and music about it. But the older I got, that feeling I had as a kid that I wasn't strong enough or I wasn't good enough got more powerful. In my 20s, despite the fact that I was living a great life that I was incredibly grateful for, I hated myself. I hated who I was as a person. I hated that I still didn't feel strong enough. And no matter how many ideas I had that I thought were good, I never wanted to fully pursue them because I thought I'm just not good enough to do any of them justice. I lost that little cloud strife inside of me. I lost the spark from my lightning guitar sword. And I just didn't believe I could make anything meaningful, so why bother? The hate that I had for myself and the hate I had for the world got stronger, and all those thoughts turned into depression, which quite quickly morphed into thoughts of suicide. It was a tough time. It was years and years of just not wanting to be here anymore, wanting to be in the live stream. But I'm so grateful and so lucky that through it all, I had a real life Edith healing me along the way. I really would be writing this novel in the live stream if it wasn't for her. So I just want to thank Emma for healing me, for never giving up on me, and for just being herself. And I just want to take this moment to say, for anyone who is going through a hard time, I'm sending you all the curagas that I've got to offer. And I know more than anyone how hard this is to hear and how annoying this is to hear, but believe me, things can get better and things will get better. And I have proof, so let's mosey into the final chapter of this video. In 2023, after 3 years of begging me, I finally listened to my best mate Lee. I went and bought Final Fantasy VII Remake. I hadn't actually played any video game for about 10 years. Depression has a way of taking a lot of the things that you love away from you. But just like the 4-year-old boy who sat alongside his brother all those years ago, I started well enough immediately before the game even started. Hearing that prelude theme again just took me back to a whole other time, and it unlocked something in me that had disappeared for years. And for the first time in a long time, Cloud was with me again, helping me through tough times, helping me through low self-esteem, low self-confidence as we battled our identity crisis together. He was holding me up just like Zach held him up. All the memories came flooding back, and so did that feeling of, despite the odds, no matter how bad things felt, that I could battle me problems and I could win. The fight in me returned after playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. The fight to create the life I wanted, that magic that I lost throughout my 20s. I got my materia back, and the fight to help people and to make the world a better place came back too. It didn't happen overnight. I had to fight me inner demons, and there was some big boss battles in there. But as it's April, at the time of writing this, I can proudly say that I have now gone 2 years without wanting to join the live stream. And with me fight back, so came the belief that I could inspire people with my stories and I could help them through a tough time, just like Final Fantasy VII and Cloud helped me. So I went back to my idea of turning art into a weapon. And I began writing the story of Surviving Talamh, a story about an anxiety-riddled young man living in terrible conditions with no belief that he can do anything to make his or anyone else's life better. Living in the shadow of a fantasy of his father, he must wield his lightning guitar sword to fight for survival. Luckily, just like me, he's got a lot of friends to help him on the way. Final Fantasy VII has given me so many great things, and one of the greatest things it's given me is you. To those of you who are watching this video who've followed my journey, over the last year or so, with me cosplaying as Final Fantasy VII characters, doing skits, doing musicals, streaming the games. To all of you, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. To be able to create a community around the game that we all love is genuinely so special and one of the best things I've ever done and ever been a part of. I know what it's like to feel isolated and to feel disconnected, so growing this community and watching so many friendships being built is genuinely such a massive joy. And it can only be done because you're all genuinely amazing people yourselves. So I just want to say a massive thank you for being you. So this is the start of something new, and if you want to come along on the journey with me, grab your guitar, grab your pens, grab your pencils, or whatever artistic weapon of your choice is, and hopefully I can create something that makes people feel the way Final Fantasy VII made me feel. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to use art as a weapon.